As you've probably seen by now, Logstorm has quite a few ways to present security information to you, either through the incidents on the home screen seen here, or through the Reports tab, which allows you to either generate reports on the fly or schedule them in the background. This video will walk through two additional ways to search through data, in the form of the raw messages that we receive directly from security devices. Both are located in the Tools menu. The first option, to monitor raw logs, allows you to view these messages in real time as they come across the wire. The second option is a search, which allows you to set criteria to filter on when looking through the raw logs. We'll start by opening the raw message feed in real time. Clicking on the Monitor Raw Message Logs option will open a new window. This window will be where the new messages appear. By simply clicking on the play button in the bottom right-hand corner of the window, you will be able to see all the messages as Logstorm receives them. Each raw syslog message is displayed on the top half of the viewer, along with the IP address it came from and the timestamp when Logstorm processed it. Since it can be hard to read through the logs before they disappear from view, a filter criteria entry is provided. Here you can type in a word or phrase, like I will do with the word fail, and the viewer will only display messages containing that filter. I can now stop the real-time feed and review all the messages containing my filter phrase. Highlighting an entry will display the full details at the bottom of the viewer window. Aside from filtering on the message itself, I also have the option to filter based on a reporting device IP or the time it was processed. In this example, I'll select an IP address from one of my security devices to show only messages that came from that device. As an alternative to filtering, a second option is provided to search for a particular message in the unfiltered results. Here I can type in a word or phrase as before, and using the arrows to the right, I can jump back and forth to the messages that match my criteria. Now that we've seen the logs in real time, let's go ahead and perform a search of the raw messages. Again, from the Tools menu, we will go ahead and select the second option, which is Search Raw Message Logs or Events. The window that pops up here is similar to the one for the real-time feeds, but aside from setting criteria, you can also select a time frame for searching the messages. I'll leave the default time setting for today only, and then use the search criteria that I used before, which is the word fail. Aside from the string match that I'm currently using, you can see that we can also use regular expressions or conditional expressions with and or not or other key terms in order to create a filter. I will limit my search further by only looking through the logs for one security device IP address. If you'd like to change the maximum number of results that get returned, you can do so here. Otherwise, click on Search to get the results. A new tab will open up showing all the logs that match your search criteria. If you highlight any of them, you'll see the full information down below. Because of the tab functionality, I can actually leave this search results window open and then run another search. Instead of looking through the raw message logs, I will now switch to an events search. This allows us to use the fields Logstorm parses out of the raw logs to perform a more granular query. Let's go ahead and keep all the search criteria the same, with the addition of a source IP address that I'd like to filter on. Clicking Search will give me a new set of results in a new tab. The search results windows also contain the filter criteria and find criteria dialog boxes, which will allow you to do the same search as we were doing before on the real-time event search. If you would like to run the same type of search periodically, the Save Search Criteria button allows you to save your filters in an XML file. We also have the option of saving the results we just collected in this search with the Save Filtered Results button. This stores the search results in a CSV file. Since I saved my search criteria, I can now go back to the first tab, clear out my filters, and reload them using the XML file I created. Clicking the Clear button will reset the filters, and I can now use the Load Search Criteria button in the bottom right-hand corner. Here I can select the XML file to load, and my saved filter criteria will show up in the tab. Now I can close the old Search Results tab and generate a new search with a fresh set of log results. Now you have an idea of how to browse through the raw messages Logstorm collects. Play around with the real-time feeds to see what types of messages you are getting. Then, you can use that knowledge to create either search or report templates which best fit your environment.